Good evening, fans of Rando, and welcome to another presentation of the Late to Pass Randomizer Open League. We are in Week 6. It is Cross Keys Week. I am Talon116, and joining me in the comms booth is Hawk59. How's it going, Hawk?
Good, Taylor. How you doing today?
I am super hyped for this match. Not only do we have a super hype match from two teams in the pod division who are definitely pushing to make playoffs, we also have two runners who are quite familiar with each other and are good friends, and I'm happy to say are friends of mine as well, so it should be a super hype match. We have doctorearworm of the Longshots and Homewrecker of the Cowardly Dodgers.
And we are playing Cross Keys, which is a super popular mode with crossed entrance shuffle and full key sanity. So, gonna be a heavy lift from our tracker, Niobium Narwhal, but hopefully we can all help keep them honest and make sure we don't miss anything.
Yeah, thank you so much for Niobium doing all the hard work, especially in a Cross Keys scene, but I will happily take the chance just to talk, and yeah, really looking forward to this race. Hawk, are you a Cross Keys player at all? Do you enjoy Cross Keys?
Oh no, I took the cowardly dodge this week for League, so I have played it. I am by no means competitive at it, so I tend to let people who have more experience and more attention to detail play it.
Yeah, this is a mode I super enjoy, but I drew the short straw this week and don't get it. But here we go. Dr. Airworm doing a Sanctuary start, followed by Homewrecker as well. Gonna grab that heart container. Not a bad start. We'll take a couple of those.
Yeah. And coming out of Hyrule Castle, so it looks like Sank is at the Uncle Drop today.
Yeah, this might be one of the worst places to find Sanctuary, because it really limits your starting locations in the overworld early. Okay, well, alright, so Homewrecker gets a bomb drop, which is nice. But both our runners are going to see this mini Moldorn cave and think, well, I'm going to have to come back to this.
Yeah. Oh, is Home gonna try to farm some bombs? Nah, just gonna head out and do the drop with that one bomb they got.
Yeah, it's a good heads-up play. Getting that bomb drop off the guard, going to be able to go into the back of Escape and grab these three items. Going to try to farm for another... Yeah, that red guard's going to make that pretty difficult. Well, maybe. And gets it nice.
Yeah, while Doc is heading, I'm going to check the potion shop, see what that entrance is.
Yeah, setting up that fake flipper right out of Link's house. A pretty common start. Used to be the meta. It's kind of died away, but it feels like it might be coming back. All right, top of Super Money. That's fine with us.
Yeah, that's two easy checks. So, Thieves Town map, a key to desert. Ooh, there's that desert small and the small for thieves. Okay.
Yeah, two small keys will definitely take off the rip. Super Bunny doesn't look like it had much.
No, just some bombs. And yeah, those are two small keys that I feel like in this mode you either get them super early or you're looking for them because your progression is right side desert or in Thieves' big chest.
Doc setting up that nice fake flipper from that spot. That is not a free get. So setting that up is pretty pixel perfect, but grabs it. We see Homewrecker using their last bomb to find the Dancing Lady connector to nowhere. Gross.
Yeah, and it looks like Ganon is at the useless fairy drop. So. All right, Doc doing a Houlihan here, getting some money just to prepare themselves for possibly needing to do Zora or if we're gonna pick up some more bombs here, I believe. Oh wait, no, changed entrances. We're gonna check what these entrances are though.
Yeah, definitely hoping to find something like the chest game or a bomb shop to maybe use that money for something good. But finding Myers shed here.
Yeah, it's good to have that stuff early, have that money early because you never know when you're gonna walk into, like you said, chess game where you're gonna need something.
Oh well, speak of the devil. Okay. Dr. Earworm's found some of these nice finds for like just small item caves and has gotten really nothing much out of it except a couple bombs. Oh, the well behind Aga 1, gross.
Yeah, that's frustrating. It's five checks that you don't want to have to climb the tower to do.
Yeah, especially for that lumberjack spot, you're really hoping just to find the uncle there so you never have to worry about it. Just go in and grab it and walk away. Especially since we've seen some of the drop downs already. Homewrecker finding a shop that's got some bombs, but doesn't have any money.
He should have hula hand.
Yeah, looks like it. Doc and I can finish up this eastern trek and see if they can find anything over here. There's the uncle.
Yeah, not a lot of items yet. We're just getting keys and
All right,
maps.
here's a nice find from Doc.
Ooh, yeah, thieves, blind set. Well, it looks like Doc's not going to want for money this seed, that's for sure. With the hula hand and a bow.
Yeah, able to pick up that the weapon and has 10 arrows if they need it later. But Home continually trying to farm these bombs, knowing that the guards are in the bomb pack, getting a few lucky drops.
All right, Home making their way to CAC, which has just tons of entrances. Ooh, that was a nice 4-drop there.
Yeah, nice jump for Home, knowing that bomb drop. Did you skip that entrance, Home?
Yeah, I don't think he checked that earlier. That's weird.
So Doc, getting all the eastern area done, we'll never have to go back there and having nothing really sitting in there. But we find High Roll West in the left grandma spot.
And it looked like a dark connector or of some kind in blind set. The well is magic bat.
But here we're going to see this super sweet connector and think, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Home still really hurting for money right now. We've gotten our hands on a couple like really obscure small keys between Thievestown, Desert. We've got a GT, a TR, a Misery Mire, which kind of makes that routing easier. So
Yeah. Like we were saying, we'd like to see some some items, some impressive items, but all we seem to be finding right now are keys. Doc not getting any of the 50/50s on that check there.
there's Eastern.
Okay, so there's I think that's the first dungeon we've seen, right?
Well, we saw Hyrule Castle, but does Hyrule Castle count as a
True.
dungeon? It's a count. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Doc with that bow thinking, no, I can wait for the big key for Eastern. There's no way there's anything in there, right? Yoga Mesh in chat, a known Eastern skipper. you're really not having much that we're going to need later in the game. It's a little interesting. Nice collection of entrances that don't really lead anywhere.
Right. There's so many, and it just seems like it's all dead.
Is
Just
this even
nothing.
randomized? Nice vanilla Hotel Mario there. Yeah, not really anything in Kakariko we need to care about for the future.
Home going back up to get this hut. Yeah, I guess maybe that was always their plan. Oh, Pyramid Fairy.
Doc finally finding a shop to spend some of that money and get some bombs. Luckily, hasn't had to miss any kind of entrances or item caves for a lack of bombs, so it doesn't really hurt them yet. Well, we're gonna want to hammer.
Oh. Yep. So Magic Pet entrance looks like it's a Thieves Drop, and we're gonna need a hammer to get our Moon Pearl. Or I guess you could get a mirror with a dark connector.
Yeah.
But you would need mitts. So.
Well, if you connect it through hammer pegs, then you could mirror, but it would have to be that way.
Right, yeah. See, this is so complicated. All these different ins and outs. Okay, with Keck cleared here, where we head next? I don't think either of them have done South Shore.
Yeah, we don't see anything with South Shore, nothing in the desert area. There's some dark connectors if they want to try to be. They want to try to experiment a little bit because like the old main rescue is not terrible in the dark, especially if you've got some bombs to do a little breadcrumb trail. But I could see something like Doc. I could definitely see going like South Shore, maybe fake flippering into the Zora area or something. But knowing where that Pearl's at, well, home.
Okay, easy game.
I really hope for Home's sake he remembers that when he has some cash.
Home going back for that mini Moldorm cave.
Yeah, it's plenty of bombs, especially with the guards in that bomb pack, and having some real luck with some of those drops. It's gonna probably, I would assume, be able to do this pretty well. There you go, good throws.
Very nice. 3
gifted
bombs
on that last one, I think. All right, heart container, refill on bombs, $20. Thanks for nothing. More bombs, okay. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Like most 5-item caves that are too early. Trash.
Okay.
Well, we see Doc with their bow and 9 shots going to go ahead and do the escape checks. We'll see how far they want to go. I would guess you do everything knowing that the back is so accessible. Nice powder.
Yeah, Doc hasn't done the drop yet, so it'd be interesting to see if they how quickly they go back to that spot. I would imagine they do to Zelda Cell, maybe Death Warp, and then check the other exits.
You are Gilgamesh. You're winning. Homewrecker drops down, gets a little peek at the island having nothing. Ooh, gets that lucky.
Yeah, getting
lucky
better.
$100.
The better. I think Doc only got 50. For anyone in chat who might not know, that first check in chess game is always randomized. Just a heart container and Zelda cell. We are at least fairly healthy so far this seed, though this early that's frustrating because then it makes death warps harder.
Well, did you know that the green guard in the Zelda cell area is always coded to always do a half heart of damage regardless of the armor you're wearing? Not everyone knows that. I give a shout out to the raiding party from Legendary Moon. Welcome in. Hope your stream was well. Doc grabbing that powder is going to go ahead and come over here and check the magic bat. Just be able to cross basically this whole area off their map. They won't ever have to worry about Kaki again. There's not even that. I mean, there's a couple of dark connectors. That's about it.
Right? Yeah. I'm assuming that's we're gonna have to may have to check those sooner rather than later. But at least right now we're just there's our first pod small, I think.
Yeah, first pod small. We got a nice small collection of small keys going on. Homewrecker finally getting the money.
And their bow.
Alright, so our runners basically have each other covered at this point with the exception of escape. And we know that's only long-term blocking a pod small, so not a real loss here. So yeah, it kind of feels like South Shore's got to have something.
Yeah, we're actually rapidly running out of currently logically accessible places to be or to go.
Yeah, Doc sees those arrows just sitting there like, yeah, I could use a refill.
Just a shop at the dam, so nothing there. And we're gonna go. Yep, we're gonna go to the desert area.
Yeah, not that surprising, especially if Home is trying to look for fake flippering over to Zora and all. He's going to need just a little bit more change. And finds
Oh,
TR
there we
West.
go. Our first Total Rock entrance. Remembering the blue rupee under that pot.
Good dungeon knowledge there for Homewrecker, remembering that there's 5 arrows sitting up underneath that pot. Giving them a little ammunition to hit the switch up here in this room. Oh, wow. Nice cane.
Wow. Yeah, that is a
Go to the front. You can
find.
do it.
And yes, they are. They did remember it. It's going to be fun having to get past this pokey with the block, but it is doable.
Yeah, it is absolutely zero fun, but yes, it is doable. Oh, Home.
And picking up that blue mail early makes this a little bit more. Oh, nice. There we go.
Way to block him up there. All right. Dr. Earworm remembering about Mini Moldrum Cave and finding it early, going to clear that out and get their hot nothing. Ooh. Way to just thread the needle there.
Right, it was
holy
so
cats.
close. All right, so we can get this other check here, and then we can take a trip out and see where this connector takes us.
Be hammer pegs. Just do it. That way they have to come back later with a mirror.
Vicious.
Meh.
Okay, our first Dark World visit here. It's nice we can get some of these checks, and we found Swamp Palace. Okay.
We see that, yeah, Swamp and Thieves on both are crystals, and I think Ice Palace also has a pendant there.
Yes, Ice Palace has the red pendant.
Okay, back of
Our TR. Gonna do a death revive here, so we can get these checks.
Yeah, gonna die and magically we're in the link state again, so be able to do some laser skipping to get these 4 items. And then also with that cane, be able to get the crystal roller chest. Nice bottle.
That's a easy cross keys like trip up that sometimes people, at least I did early, forget is that yes, you can from this entrance with the cane, you can get all the way up to crystal roller. Besides a bottle, nothing.
Yeah, pretty good laser skips there by home, though. Pretty efficient. Alright, we'll see if Doc wants to use their key here. If they do... Okay, I'm going to say, if they end up just using their key, okay, cool. With Silver is able to get it pretty easily. They would have gotten really locked out once they got Samaria, but they'll be okay now.
Yep. So it's not gonna bite home for not being able to get lava chests. So, and crystal roller didn't have anything anyways. So.
Maybe Home's just gonna go out the west side? That way they're just back in the desert area?
Well, or maybe
no, they're gonna go for lava chest now.
Yep.
Doc either
Not.
Looks like that was pretty intentional. So
I think it was.
Go to the front.
I think it was intentional. I don't think they were. I think they were avoiding taking the exit. So
yeah, doesn't look like that. I mean, from what we've seen, they're not going to miss much except for somebody walking to the back. But outside of a bottle, didn't really find anything on that trip. So doesn't look like it's going to hurt them yet.
now home doesn't have the powder, and he doesn't have the silvers. So his fight against the Pokey and the anti-fairies is a little bit more difficult. Okay, there is Ice Palace. I believe that was at Agina.
Oh,
Ugh, ouch.
Home was putting up the good fight there. I'm thinking you just leave that for later now. Yeah, it doesn't want to do any more bunny walking. Decides, no, that's enough.
All right, Doc deciding to go into Eastern.
And we see with that C in the upper left corner that Eastern is another one of our crystals. And it looks like maybe Homewrecker's got the same idea.
Probably gonna check that bottle. Oh no, was he? Oh, he hasn't done. He hasn't done bottle vendor. So he will be getting his silvers here.
The TR entrances that... Oh, nice. He's probably like, whatever, dude. The TR entrances that Home found in response to a question in chat is the Dark Lake Bonk Rocks is TR main, and Laser Bridge is the Dark Lake shop. Our runners have to be hoping for Mirror pretty quick, because with the mail and the massive amount of hearts we found, this is like the healthiest cross keys I've ever seen.
Right. Yeah, they just unable to do any kind of efficient death warping. Hey, our first sword. That's nice. I mean, with 18 silver arrows, though, you're you're better off using it. But hey, they can navigate these dark rooms a lot easier.
But it might give a little more effort to some of the dark connections we've seen.
Now, for somebody who doesn't actually know these things, like your COCOM, the game is not expecting you to do the dark connectors without lamp, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. This version of the randomizer runs off an older version, so even the rooms that have torches in them, you're not expected to be able to do them with Fire Rod. That would not put them in logic. So all dark rooms are locked by the lamp. So we see Home death warping here. He could be checking the entrances or the connectors for Hyrule Main and Hyrule East, but they could also just want to go back and do
Right.
Dark Cross here.
Correct, yeah. I did not. Yep, they're just going to leave. I don't think Doc checked the other entrances either, so...
They did
I
not.
think
Yeah,
that's...
no, Home, yeah, it's going to do the same thing. Has that powder. Going to go check the magic bat. Makes sense.
But Doc is giving us some of our dark connectors. That one looked like it was back of Old Man.
I think that was maybe Death Mountain Descent.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, maybe now Doc is going to give us the other checks in Hyrule Castle, either the exits or maybe with that sword they're going to go back and do Dark Cross. No.
Possibly. Yeah, both runners kind of avoiding the South Shore area without a glove. The Ice Rod Cave area, pretty long trip just to walk
to have
get
to come back, right? But it does look like Hyrule Main puts us out on the pod side of Dark World, so that's good to know. A couple more checks, and if they feel like doing it, it's a long walk, a free item sitting on Pyramid.
Yeah, that item 100% in logic now too, as is this one.
Okay, that is top of Bumper Cave there.
So yeah, a potential mirror transition to whatever the Light World version of that is later, if they remember.
All right, we got some diversions. Home deciding to stay where he was at after coming out of Bumper Cave. Check these Dark World connectors. Whereas Doc is doing the other Dark World stuff over in the pod area. And so far, neither of them found anything, so...
Start Flute 5, giving us the other side of the Quarreling Brothers connector. Homewrecker looks like they're heading back to Kakariko, maybe to start checking some more dark entrances. Gonna give us another map check. That's a Crystal Hera now.
And a Green Pendant Desert. All right, Doc is gonna go check that pyramid item. Gotta be careful. Just $20. Gannon left his $20 sitting on the gutter. Check the goal, says Gilgamesh. Unfortunately, unlike other modes that have been played this season, this one has a defined win condition. Yay, South Shore.
Sorry, I had to step away just for a quick second there.
Oh, no problem. You did not miss much. We found that pyramid was nothing. Island pyramid, so. And we are getting some South Shore checks over here from Doc, while Home is making their way through Eastern. Gonna grab that sword. Okay, there's Hera.
Nice flippers. Oh, good. We can use that grandma connector now more efficiently.
There you go. Oh, and a book. Okay. Gives us that desert entrance. Okay. All right, and Spec Rock.
See if Doc wants to just drop down or maybe bomb across to check this connector.
Good bomb jump there. Okay, Dark Fortune Teller. Yeah, well, now we're in the stage where it seems like our runners are actually taking their connectors. They were avoiding them for a while, but and we got our first mountain. There we go. All right, our first glove. Okay, glove in Height Cave, which is up on the mountain. So we've got a fair bit of checks over here we can do.
Is that vanilla too? Wait, hold on.
Back of skull. So much money, Talon. So much.
Yeah, the scene definitely has no fear giving them money and then hearts. Big keys though, little tight on. So Glove gives us a couple entrances. Flippers gives us Zora and Zora Ledge. So some more like goofy one-offs you're gonna have to take a long walk to, unfortunately.
Yeah. They do have some things they can do if they want to take the connectors to get to, like Skull Woods area, Village of Outcasts. They got a couple checks there, but we're still looking for that hammer. We know we know where our hammer or mirror, and then the hammer pegs entrance, I guess, because we know where our pearl is.
Okay, Big Key's sitting on Zora's Ledge.
Yeah, there you go.
Homewrecker not going to take that Spec Rock connector potentially yet. Maybe they'll go back to it.
They're going to get their flippers. And then we're going to see what Scamfish has today and grab that big key. Nothing. Heart piece. Not even a good heart.
All right, Doctor, we're going to pick up our first big key. Okay.
All right. And there you go. Yeah, home going back into the Spec Rock connector. So. And there's our Green Pendant Desert.
So this is good for Homewrecker. I'll be able to go out here and see the mountain and grab their required gloves. Nice boots.
There we go. Boots.
Yeah, it's a great place to find boots, especially with that torch check. You can just get 4 of these and move on. Nice ammo refill for Doc.
Yay, Hera Basement is now available. I mean, we can't do it until we get fire, but
yeah, it needs some fire, but
we can open the door.
I guess you have it. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, coming back for I was curious as I was wondering what they were heading back this way if they're going to Hera, but just wanted to make sure they check off that spot.
Not going to go around and try to pick off some of these obscure checks, bonk rocks, some of the other glove locked areas as well, I'm sure.
Okay, another big key to ice there. I'm gonna say, did we not do? Yeah, we didn't do man under the bridge. So, home doing these glove checks, or this glove check. Just find another ferry. Say they have not been to this side yet. No, they did. Where are they going now?
Is this just to get lava chests to not forget it later?
Yeah, I guess just making sure you don't leave
Lava
it.
chest, I think, unless I'm missing my guess, is 4 key locked. So
No, maybe they are. Well, they also did not take the, I believe, or was that Doc? Man, I can't remember. Home did take the exits. I think Doc was the one who did not take the front of TR. Not wanting to be shot by an arrow today. Okay, there's our paradox cave.
there's the hammer. And another big key.
All right. Now we're starting to get it.
That was like the most hyped paradox cave I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, the looks like both Paradox Hype Cave had something today, so
Not going to grab this other entrance, but I have to assume they're going to run over for their pearl pretty quick. Yeah, Smith's just hanging out.
yep, good to know. But all right, see how quickly Home gets into these flipper checks, because that's how he's going to find the boots, which is going to lead him to his hammer.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we were talking about having nothing, and now, I mean, if they find Pod with one small and one big, they can beat it if they want to, technically. I mean, super out of logic, but meh. If they find Thieves Town, it's a full clear, and they haven't found that yet. So, Dr. I'm going to take this connector through Hyrule Castle. Is going to put them on Bumper Top, which is right next to Vu, and they'll start clearing those Dark World checks now. Homework are going to go over here and grab their big key to Thieves Town. But yeah, you're right. They definitely need to do some flipper checks and find their way into desert now.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where it how long does it take them to get to those checks that we sitting in our high booth know that they need to get done.
Well, I can't imagine they have too many things left, so I think they're going to
Right.
get streamlined into this pretty quick. It's just how often they've done most of the obscure glove checks too that Doc hasn't done, like the Desert Canyon, Desert Main, I think as well. So
Right. I mean, they smartly got their flippers and then immediately did Zora. They're doing Man Under the Bridge. I would assume that they'll go do this island here in a second, which will start them along those paths. Wonder if Doc had forgotten that he had Hammer. Could actually do Mimic Cave because it looked like he left at first.
I think they just went down. I don't know that they checked this earlier. I know Home did.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what it was. I'm getting confused. It was on the other side, so. Ooh. Unfortunate for Home that they are taking the, they're going to check the torch first. Without the boots, and then they're going to find the boots on the right side and probably have to come back and grab that key.
I'm just glad they didn't go out at entrance thinking to check connectors, because sometimes you just come into these dungeons, oh yeah, I have a small key, I totally forgot.
Alright, our first look at Skull Woods here.
It's probably more like Home just instinctually knows that small key is for Hair Basement, and he's like, nah.
Yeah, he's got a sense. It's his Hera Basement radar. Yeah, 13 hearts. We are well taken care of. I don't remember if Doc checked that entrance or that exit.
No, Doc went right from getting the boots and went right back out Desert Main.
Right.
So I totally missed what that entrance was too.
So yeah, it was Laser Bridge, Dark World Laser Bridge entrance. So nothing, dead end. But now Home went out. He can't get the key.
He knows. He just knows.
He knows. He has to. There has to be some kind of. But yeah, he is very likely.
Oh no, Home. He's probably gonna get that key, but that's a great entrance for them.
Right. Doc gonna make their way to Laser Bridge from this direction.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to use the key here or not.
Well, I guess that's true. I guess we could hold off.
I'm not against using a key in that scenario. You've got one. It's a crystal, so I would 100% just open the back door while I'm here. That way I don't risk using that accidentally somewhere else and I can beat this later.
Right.
Home screaming the fix is in. Thanks for the boots. Just give me the Tower Hair basement key, etc. and so forth. But Home going to do some of these mountain checks now.
Yeah, which...
Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good call by Doc, so you don't use that key accidentally somewhere else.
Great to get all this knowledge, but then you're... it's just going to take him longer to get to Bonk Rocks. Okay, home going to get the old man back.
Yeah, this would be good for Homewrecker if he finds something on the mountain, such as an entrance or a dungeon, or even like, Thieves Town if they can get in there. Oh, there's GT. Now we're talking. Okay.
Okay, there's the mirror.
There's Saha hanging out on the mountain. Tally Room just giving us a map of who cares. Nice bomb jump setup. Homewrecker going to take this connector and find their way over to Darkflute 5. Oh, here we go.
Double.
Ice Palace says, thank you, sir.
Okay, good. They can do Hero Basement now.
It's a shame about Ice Palace being a pending, because it's 100% clearable now. Oh, come on.
There's your swamp small. A lot of stuff in GT today.
Yeah, our inventory really got filled out very, very recently for as kind of a slow start as we had with big keys and items.
Yeah, the two starting the Sank and the Mountain are not the best start entrances for this seed. Kind of crummy.
Nice setup for that fake flipper there. Oh. I mean, who among us has not done the same?
It's just muscle memory, right? Just habit.
Oh, half magic, yes please.
You got Fire Rod now. If you're Doc, you just clear in the whole basement.
Oh yeah, 100%. So Homewrecker are going to come in here, grab their hammer and assorted other goodies. We'll see if they want to check these entrances as well, or if they're just going to beeline for their pearl.
Yeah, if they keep up, I would imagine that they're going to get their pearl. But they have been checking entrances when they've been in these connectors, whereas Doc had been avoiding them. So we'll see if that.
And so far, it's really working out for Doc, because those connectors really hadn't led to anything super significant.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
GT small.
Just extra time that home has been given.
That GT small sitting in Bob's chest is always going to be great for Doc, as they'll not be able to do the right side. So the only thing that's going to get isolated, unfortunately, is the GT big chest, because we just don't have that key yet.
Well, don't say anything yet. There's still 5 more checks, right?
Yeah, and Homewrecker is going to check these entrances as we see Doc. Yep, going to take that key and mirror back to the top and just grab everything else on the right side. So far, Doc's routing post flippers has really been a benefit here. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for home. But, answers his questions here. He can probably just go grab, this will make him save and quit, and then he can go get the pearl. I believe that is all 4 Turtle Rocks.
Yeah, that is definitely all 4 TR smalls.
Doc remembered to grab that solo small key if they need to come back and do the climb later.
Uh, you don't want to take that.
No, he's got a couple other places he can go first, so I think he's. But like we were just saying, he has not been checking his connectors, and so far it seems to be working out. So
Yeah, I think in this one it's an okay call. You can do south. You can do Portland Brothers left here at the dig game. Take it all the way down and around to Dark Shopping Mall over to the pod area. Like, yeah, there's better things to do, I think. Okay, well, there's Paradox Bottom.
just think, Home's gonna see it now. I was gonna say, he would have been able to drop down after getting the hammer, and he would have been right there to get his pearl if he had gone this way instead of the other way. Dig game a waste of time today.
Homework. It looks like they're going to take the same connector through Hyrule Castle. Going to start getting their VOO checks. We'll see if they want to go to Skull Woods as well, but definitely going to hopefully hit that GT and pick up some of the items that Doc has picked up, including those mitts.
I'm gonna get a Bombos tablet check here. Okay, that's nice.
Whole lot of nothing. I think we're getting to that point where the next thing our runners really going to want to know is their crystal information, because we've got dungeons that are completable when we find them, and then other dungeons we're just a few pieces off from being able to finish.
Right.
Or
Ice key.
Yeah, Ice Rod for TR, and we can knock it out. Find the dam in a hook shot. We can knock out Swamp. We can beat Ice Gross. Find Thieves Town. We can beat it. Pod, you can technically beat it. You can't clear it. Eastern at Big Key, and we can beat it. Like,
do we know
we're within pieces?
Yeah. Do we know we don't know our third pendant yet, do we?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah. So.
I mean, honestly, from these runners, you're just kind of hoping it's Meyer because you've not seen it, you don't have anything for it. Whereas you're one
Right.
piece off of clearing every other dungeon you need. So, yeah, Doc, having not done the front of TR yet, and now having that fire out's going to be able to grab these checks that Home has not. Not just that, but TR front will take up the Dark Link Spog Rocks, and we'll just be able to continue on their route from where they were.
Yeah, seems to be coming up a good route for Doc, hitting the right, the right path.
Well, just being able to avoid connectors in favor of leaving them off till later, whereas Home has been much more thorough with their connector checking. And it unfortunately just not paying off. And
Right, yeah.
and welcome to Cross Keys, because play 2 other seeds and connector chasing or bunny walking can be everything. So,
Right, yeah. Sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. Just right now, we haven't seen much divergence either. Like all the checks Home's doing, he kind of got funneled into just following Doc's footsteps. So, but he's not going out the front.
not a big deal. There are portals still here. They'd be right back in the same spot. I'm sure they'll run up there and check it and go, oh, okay.
Yeah, right, when they see it.
Oh, okay, here we go. So Pod's the other red crystal. So yeah, it's either Skullwood. Yeah, Skullwoods or Maya are the only thing we don't know. Nice long map check. I'm sure our tracker appreciates that. Speaking of which, since we're at the hour mark, why don't we give a shout out to our tracker, Nobium Narwhal. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Doing some solo tracking. Really just doing the work of the Lord. So we want to definitely shout them out. Thank you so much for doing all the hard stuff. I also want to give a shout out to my Kokom Hawk. Thanks for jumping in at the 11th hour, so I didn't have to do this alone.
Oh, no problem. I didn't have anything else to do. Put the kids to bed. Figured it would be a good show.
And yeah, let's give a shout out to our runners. doctorearworm and Homewrecker are both putting on a great show, representing teams that are definitely in the playoff hunt. So this is a pretty hype match. So we wanted to say thank you to them for letting us display their talents on stream. And you know what? Shout out to Tyler Salt for no other reason than I think he's an alright dude.
Yep. Oh, there's our swamp. Oh, we already knew that because Home did it earlier.
Yeah, Home checked that a little bit ago.
I'm looking at my tracker now. I'm noticing that.
Not gonna see their TR main and go, oh, okay.
Wondering. Looks like we got a little bit of a pause on Home side.
Homewrecker doesn't know how to turn off his ads, so that's what we're seeing. Yeah,
that makes sense. All right, Home.
So we'll see Dr. Eero, I'm sure, just carry across the lake here over to the Dark Shopping Mall, and then probably up to the pod area, probably with that mirror, being able to grab the top of Hyrule Castle. Really just a nice, efficient clearing route of Dark World here.
10 minutes advance. See Modsaz in the in the chat as well, being a little perturbed.
He knows what he did. He does it all the time. He's aware. So I believe this is the top of Paradox in the left entrance, but Home wasn't able to see what's under the rock because they didn't have the pearl at the time. So we see Graveyard Ledge here. Just for a 20. It's probably good for Home. I don't think they're going to want to come back here anytime soon. That's good for Doc. He's like, alright, I don't need to worry about that anymore. Yeah, both these runners have definitely got to, at this point, be like, let me find some entrances to some dungeons. There's plenty of stuff they can just beat if they can find it. Oh, Air Basement, come on, one time. I will take any piece of progression.
especially because I know that it would cause home a great aneurysm if the needed progression is here.
All right, chat, quickly, what is here? Give me everything you've got. I need the saltiest of the salty. You're not going for the kill shot here.
Hookshot or Ice Rod does seem very likely.
We have seen the validation arrow. That was in GT, I think.
Home Wrecker's Dignity.
Wrecker's Dignity. Oh!
Oh no,
Are you
vanilla.
serious?
Vanilla. Holy cow.
Oh, let the fixes in memes just rip.
There is a high possibility that Home can find the hook shot before having to do that.
It's extremely possible he never sees that. That's 100% true. Looks like we did have a small disconnect on Home's side. We're going to see if we can get that stream back.
I think he's just in shambles.
What's in the big chest? What's in the big chest? It's just going to be something lame like a rupee or something, right? We can't have that fun twice.
Hook shot. Oh, dang it.
That would have been amazing. All right, fine. That's still worth the clip.
I guess that is highly possible. Maybe we'll see hookshot right here.
So we're trying to get home stream back, but I do see on their tracker, I see a fire rod. So they've at least been into GT, it looks like. Yeah, looking at their stream right now, they're heading to the right side. Don't see a mirror on their tracker, though.
They are... Where was Mirror? Mirror was in Rando room? No, it was in Sulfos room.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so maybe they didn't do the bomb jump.
But they have the fire out on the bomb, so that was there as well.
Oh, wait.
Was Mirror in Rando room? I think Mirror was in Rando room. So
Must have been...
They didn't want to...
They didn't go deeper. Yeah.
Well, they just didn't want to go... Oh, no, there's the mirror. It's just not tracked on their tracker.
God.
Thanks, Home. And let me be clear, I'm not dogging our tracker because our tracker is superior. I'm dogging Home because Home's Twitch, his stream does not have it marked, so it's his fault.
That's true. Yeah.
Not our tracker. Our tracker, top tier.
And
Home,
in that little time of technical difficulties, Doc did beat Hera for our first crystal. So.
I would hear no excuses for Homewrecker in this scenario. Homewrecker knows what he did. Don't break your friggin' tracking the next time, dude. So I'm going to take this fire rod right back into Skull Woods, and I thought maybe check this entrance.
We will. I will also do a shout out for our lovely restreamer, Yoinker's wife. Thank you, and make sure you take out your anger at home breaking your OBS in his stream later.
Yes, 100%, and I apologize for missing that. Yoinker's wife definitely coming in the clutch to do this restream for us. And has definitely put the work in on numerous other streams as well, so definitely want to give them a shout out and say thank you for doing all the hard work.
Doc, gonna find out that... Oh no, they got the mirror. They're gonna do these castle, top of the castle checks. I like it.
Yeah, we'll grab at least two of them. This other one's blocked by the cape, which is available. They just haven't been to the top of the mountain to know that.
Wombat coming in with the raid. Thank you, Wombat. We're in a amazingly fun cross-keys race between the Longshots and the Cowardly Dodgers. Dr. Earworm versus Homewrecker.
Oh, hello, friend. Let's do a little pet check, shall we? Oh, just a cane. A Burna. Who cares?
I was hoping for a boing, boing, boing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just mean.
Gross.
Anything I can do to make home have to do Hero Basement.
Okay, so the Vanilla Skullwood's back, just holding on to the Hyrule Castle small key. Who cares? So mine is just finding some of these dungeons. The dungeons in reality are just being blocked by like one item. You could beat Eastern if you had X. You can beat Swamp if you had X. It's just weird the number of things we're missing. Like one thing blocking a dungeon.
And it could be there's a start of getting ourselves into Swamp. You know, and how much of it could be just everything's on the path. We just need one dungeon to unlock. And then we can get in there.
Oh, sure.
And find the chain that's going to get us our big key to another one by, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Dam just sitting at the pod entrance, which is disgusting, but, I mean, so be it. And the other Ice Palace small key hanging out in Spike Cave, which was somewhere.
I don't think either of them have done Dark Cross either.
No, neither of our runners have done Dark Cross.
Okay.
Speak of the devil.
There we go.
Oh, speaking of Ice Palace, here we go.
There we go. Yeah, home making the play.
I wonder if this was more, he just started at the mountain and was like, oh, I'm here. You could full clear it. You have everything. I'm not against this necessarily. You're definitely still missing plenty of pieces to the puzzle. The lamp's just sitting in Ice Palace, though, right? Like,
oh, probably something like that.
All right, Dark Cross, a whole lot of nothing. All right, see Dr. Aaron taking this connector through Hyrule Castle again to head over to the Vu area. Let's see what they want to do with that. Oh, probably mirror into this. Yeah, Death Mountain Descent Cave. Oh, for the sick kid, okay. What a terrible place for you. No wonder you're sick from the mountain winds, dude. You're on the mountain. Stupid kid.
Hey, he can't help where his parents built their house up on a giant cliff. Unless he's an orphan, then I guess he can help it. So far, Ice has not given us anything of value. Got 4 more checks, 5 more checks. Yeah, 5 more checks.
Are we going to see the Smith chain from Doc here?
Looks like it.
Alright. Smith's just hanging out here in the Death Mountain Ascent Cave. Run back down, grab that purple chest, go turn it in, and then see where they want to go. They're going to have to dip something sooner or later if they don't find some progression. Doc not having found access to the mountain quite yet. Has it, just doesn't know it.
Yeah, they just need to get back to Desert.
Well, Desert, or they can just go through Quarreling Brothers at Darkflute 5.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that Home found I found
I mean,
that.
that's quite the trek, but when they had found the pod entrance, I thought maybe that's where they were going, is to check that. The seed has been basically, we found some linear progression. Then it was, oh my gosh, here's everything, and now it's like, all right, pick and choose. And that's the thing with where like Fire Rod, Bombos, and the Mirror was. There's so many things that are blocking the hook shot. Oh no!
Wow. Wow. GT Big Key in Ice Palace Big Chest. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Mitts were on Stumpy.
so I mean, going on what I was just saying with the hook shot, so we know where the hook shot can be. It's not locked by the GT Big Key at all,
Right.
because both fire sources were locked by the hook shot.
And speaking
All
of
right, here
Hook
we
Shot,
go.
here's Hook Shot Cave. Maybe Hook Shot's just right here in the one chest you can bonk to.
I think Doc can hover. Someone else can tell me for sure. I'm not for sure, but I thought so.
Nope, it's not. Well, they're definitely setting up for one, so. One try and they're out. Hey, they made their way back to the mountain, but they already... That's the wrong side of the mountain that they want to be on, so.
Where was the other side of Hookshot Cave? Do you remember? Oh, they're gonna go through it. Never mind. So Ice Palace, besides the GT Big Key, not really given anything.
It was Graveyard Ledge.
Thank you.
Is where they will be coming out. I believe it was Graveyard Ledge. It was either Graveyard Ledge or King's Tomb, but I think it's King's Tomb.
That was King's Tomb. Same thing.
I always do Graveyard Ledge before King's Tomb, but it looks like they're doing it the opposite way. Or did they do it and I just missed it? They must have done it. Never mind.
So Hawk, I give you this proposition, this idea,
boy.
this conundrum, if you will. We found Spiral Cave super early.
Yeah, and it was avoided. I believe, man, it was early, but I think Doc had boots when he found it.
No.
You sure? I feel like he had done desert already at that point.
Oh no, you're right. It is. It's in Vu. I apologize.
Yeah,
right. So it wasn't super early. Sorry,
no,
we found it a while ago. But you're right. He had boots.
He had boots, and he just didn't want it because he was just following
the spiral
stuff
sucks,
he's been
man.
doing. It does, and he has not been checking connectors. He just hasn't been doing them until he needs to. So
yeah, it's an item and a potential connector to someplace like Mire or Dark Death Mountain. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, Doc could have dropped down from that vanilla spiral cave entrance and gone into Dark Death Mountain for those two entrances if they wanted to. Okay, here's Doc gonna get up to the mountain through Old Man Cave. We'll get these entrances up here. Won't get much out of it unless I've forgotten something. Well, look at the cape, I guess. That's something. Be able to check. Oh, actually, yeah, no, this is actually pretty good because look at they can use the mirror, yeah, to get to the cape, get the Hera entrance, Ancient Tablet, get across to the top of Death Mountain. All right, so this is good for Dr. Earworm, having not checked these entrances yet.
they're gonna see desert there and be like,
"Oh, okay, whatever."
I could have been here the whole time. Great.
Shout out to Homewrecker for solving the hardest puzzle in Randomizer and remembering, I don't have a hookshot. I'm going to do this the long way. Yeah, Doc seeing the Quarreling Brothers like, oh, I could have got here from there, too. Seeing 2 points of access for the mountain that you haven't found yet would make me think, oh, there's got to be something here. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, at least not yet.
And there's mitts for Homewrecker.
Yep, doing all the these checks and entrances that Doc had gotten already. So, though with Doc coming up here after having the mirror, he can get all of it a little bit more efficiently, get it all in one go. Shouldn't have to come back unless there's something major up here. Maybe a dungeon that we can't fully beat yet. Oh boy.
It's just the compass of swamp. Who cares?
Oh, it's the compass. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they already have the small key.
I thought that was hookshot. I thought it said now you can fight. I thought it said now you can fight Argus, not now you can find Argus. That makes sense.
That's actually significant. So the bomb shop's in the Hera entrance, but that also lets us know that Skull Woods is our other red crystal, which gives us our information. We do not need Meyer.
Right.
And now our runners know, or at least Doc knows what he needs to do to finish this scene. So we'll be able to clear. Yeah, that's right. Taunt the frog, buddy. I see what you did there, Home.
Yes. So we know that we need Ice Rod, we need Hookshot, and we need what? We need Eastern Big, and we need. I think that's it, right? And then
we need to find Pod, yeah, and we need to find Thiefstown.
Right. Find Pod, find Thiefstown, and then we need Eastern Big, Hookshot, and Ice Rod.
That sounds right to me. So this could barely be a jet at the end of, getting to the point where you just need entrances. It's feeling like the Meyer area is going to be trapping more than a couple of them. I love that bomb trick going up the ladder. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do.
All right, we're going to get these top of Death Mountain checks over here.
Yeah, this worked out great for Dr. Earworm, having put this area off for so long, just being able to do a massive amount of checks.
There's the other part of Super Bunny. So we already know where that spits out at. Think we'll get Bombos for the TR entrance.
That'd be pretty great.
Check it.
Oh, it's quick. Quick sucks.
This game's not even randomized.
Oh, good. The money game. And there's Bumper.
There's uses our Fairy Ascension.
So yeah, Doc having the fire rod and a key is going to go ahead and finish this off, knowing that they need to now. Home, thinking about it. Decides, nope, back to where we were, thanks.
See if Moth has anything of value.
Not getting some rough RNG from the Moth, just hanging out with moving spikes, just really just getting the business put to him. Confirming, yep, have a fairy. Just go ahead and take the kill if you need to. It's not a big deal. Oh, there you go. Just face tank it for the win on Have a Heart. What a gamer.
Look at that.
That's only our second pod small.
Hey, I mean, doesn't matter if you can't find it, right?
Alright, at this point, you're hoping to find it last and just rush to the end. I guess when we were talking about what we need for go mode here, we do need a sword. But I mean, we're going to find a sword.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Find a sword. Yeah.
It's probably a sword sitting in pod.
I'm wondering as Homewrecker starts pushing through the remainder of these checks that we've seen Doc do, and then they're going to close out on, hopefully making their way to the dam here before too long. I'm wondering if the idea of, I have that big key, it's the only thing I got out of ice, do I need to use it? Like, when does that start playing in your head a little bit?
Oh, right, I guess those items could be on the climb, so...
Well, the hookshot can't.
No, that's true.
And maybe it's one of those. Maybe it's one of those like I can't beat it without hovering, so maybe I don't want to worry about that right now. But yeah, Ice Rod definitely could.
One of your big keys.
I do not remember what drop down is behind the GT climb at all. Ooh, there you go. There's some nice entrances here.
It should be. Well, we found Uncle Sank, Thief.
Oh no.
Could be Lumberjack, I think. Well, they found Juicetown.
Yeah, Doc found fighting Juicetown with some mirror shenanigans through Bumper Ledge or Bumper Cave connectors. You're here. It was a long journey to get here. You've got to go in, and you can get 6 of 8. Give a shout out to Just Waiting for their raid. Thanks. Hope your stream was all right. Welcome to a open league match between two teams in the open division of the pod of the open division. As terrible as Meyer is to get to, there's something here, right?
At this point, I'm thinking there has to be, just because I feel like we squandered, we were floundering for a while, couldn't find something, and then we've got a bunch of stuff, and then I feel like it's been dead since. So.
Yeah, and we did see the bottom of Spiral Cave, so we know that our runners aren't missing that connector for any reason. Still an item there, but at least that connector doesn't go anywhere. Could you imagine if it's just another vanilla big key sitting here in Meyer?
No map, but I would have laughed. That would have been fun. Yeah, so far nothing though, so 3 more checks. Well, we need that. So I guess it is not entirely bad that they went into Mire.
I don't know if I want to call it juice quite yet.
Just a sword. High probability that another one's somewhere along the way, but you never know. Maybe that's the only.
Yeah, I mean, you're not sad to see that. I mean, if I go into Juicetown and just pull a sword and I've been on fighter this entire time, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not real juice. It's like Sunny Delight.
It's like a little rainbow drink.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to check this Vanilla Ice Palace entrance, see if it's anything. There's Pod.
It's Pod. Okay. Now, they only have one. They only have one Pod key. I think Doc has at least 2.
Just beat it here, right? Like, you just go to just take your key and go to the end and just beat it.
I do. Yes, I think I do. Well, with Mirror, I think I go straight to the back, I beat the boss, and then I grab, I go through the right side again to grab the couple checks that you can get.
Yeah, as needy as they are for some more items, I'm not against that plan, but I definitely take this small key and just beat it.
Oh, right. I think the first thing you do is get it out of the way.
We see Dr. Airworm going to go ahead and go into their Ice Palace, having all the keys. Just going to knock this one out. So we'll get their GT big key and give a little time back to Homewrecker.
Well, Home heard you, so he's taking it to the back.
As sparse as those keys have been, I feel like you have to here, especially knowing it's a crystal. I mean, knowing that Pod's a red crystal and blocking the pyramid entrance, I gotta think there's probably nothing super crazy behind there unless those other keys just all of a sudden fall in our lap.
We still haven't found Thieves, so, what if Thieves is behind? Pyramid Fairy
Six small key locked Thieves Palace or Thieves Town, gross. Man, if that hookshot is just locked on Spiral Cave Chest and it's been available for this long, both runners are going to feel like, oh, I lost.
All right. Doc grabbing their GT big key, so not that it's super necessary in this mode. We might have to climb, we don't know.
Yeah, both our runners have completely cleared out the basement, so making the journey just for the GT big chest is going to be quite the call. I wouldn't be going back into GT unless I planned on climbing at this point, but hookshot could just be sitting there. And that's Homewrecker's first crystal at an hour and a half. Feels super good.
I know. I have only watched Cross Keys races so far these last 2 days. that have been like just slogs, just so long between any kind of like meaningful progression.
The first time I ever did the Cross Keys tourney was this year. I've only started playing this mode in the last year, but the consensus kind of felt like when they switched to 100% locations that some of these seeds got super long. I don't know if that's just recency bias or if it was something that actually was a thing, but
Right.
yeah, I've seen some longer scenes as well. Doc gonna drop into their Cold Stare fight, unleash some bombos, and then go to town. Here we see Homewrecker heading back up the mountain. Gonna do some of their mirror and east side checks. Maybe, I would guess, probably see them take care of Skullwoods while they're here as well. Oh, good.
Always the way.
So Homewrecker gonna get the rest of their crystal knowledge. Realizes, okay, I know what I need to do now. Gonna probably see them go here, grab these entrances, and I would guess, take care of Skullwoods, get their second crystal. They can get a third if they just want to go believe in Tower of Hera.
I don't. Yeah, that's true. Knowing what we know about Home, I wonder if if he just wouldn't.
As much as we like to meme and joke on Homewrecker's love of Hera basement, at some point you just don't have anything left to do.
Right. Oh, for sure.
But not knowing where the hook shot is, I mean, they have it out. We know there's nothing on the top that's blocked by that big key.
Correct. If he gets Skullwoods here, that would be he'd be first to the two reds. You think you go check? You just take care of that right then? I'm trying to think what the path is to get that bomb over to Pyramid Ferry from on top of the mountain.
Someone else smarter in Cross Kings can let me know this. I don't know that you can save and quit with the bomb.
You cannot. You cannot save and quit with the bomb.
Well, the bomb shop's on Hera, so without the flute, you're not doing it.
You would. Well, there would have to be a connector. You can walk. Oh no, the bomb won't go in things. You're right. It does need to be the flute. Okay. No pass without flute.
Right.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Okay. Yep. So. But yes, Home is going to go take care of Moth here.
Yeah, and for all the divergence, with the exception of, a Tower Heracles, our runners are kind of even on stuff that's done. Home finding that pod entrance, but, the second Doc heads that way, they'll find it as well.
Right. Home will take a small, just a small crystal lead here when they beat Skull until Doc finds pod.
Well, they'll be tied because Doc's already done Hera.
Oh, that's right. I forgot home hasn't done Hera. You're correct. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, all right, Doc has been through the mire, or has been through mire, so all those
Right.
introducing connectors, but I think Home's going to stumble into those soonish. Home gets a second pod small. It's like, oh, yeah, great. Woo. All right, Purple Chest, you are nothing. Smith Chain's awful.
All right, Hookless Swamp. Let's go. Another pod small.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good shout. I mean, there's some stuff definitely in Swamp you could do. I kind of forgot about this. Nice mushroom.
Okay.
Oh, good. I believe there was someone in chat exclaiming about the need for the mushroom in the seed. Yeah, Homewrecker gonna find the mire entrance. We'll see if they want to go in and play around in here at all.
It's Juice Town. Gotta do Juice Town.
Got to. Yeah, they'll get their sword, which is gonna be worth it at this point because we haven't seen the other one in a while.
No Specky. Because no hook shot.
No Specky, no Diver Down. What is this? Some version 28 nonsense or something.
Oh, getting closer to shield. Swamp Palace telling us that you can still dive down in Swamp Palace. After they set the bomb to do the left side.
Is all that set up faster than just walking around at that point? Another pod small. That's 4. Exciting. Whenever Doc gets over there to check that Ice Palace entrance, they're going to have a lot of fun in pod. There's plenty of checks in the back that Homewrecker did not do. Swamp Palace is not the answer, though.
Hey, all right, Mushroom turn in. They are rushing the mush.
Yeah, go in here, go right back into the Dark World and check this to see if it's anything. I'm here for this play. Or I'm a liar. Whatever, no big deal. Oh, okay, portal's just sitting there. Never mind, I'm right-ish.
You're not a liar yet.
Alright, Doc. Just head over there and tell us what's in the backup pod. There's got to be something at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there's much left. There's got to be something that opens up either more entrances like the flute giving us the mire area, or
Yeah, Doc. There you go. Okay, cool. This has got to be something, right?
yeah, we're hoping. Just in time, everybody. Thank you for joining us from Speed Gaming 1, with that big old raid. Watching an open league match between the Longshots and the Cowardly Dodgers. doctorearworm for the Longshots and Homewrecker for the Cowardly Dodgers. We are running out of things that they're running out of places that things could be. So they are both back in pod. Now, Home has already beaten Helma, but did not do any of the back checks. Didn't have enough keys.
Yeah, Homewrecker had found pod first, but only had one small key, so took it to the back knowing they needed to beat it for the crystal. Dr. Earworm just got here and had just finished diving Swamp without the hook shot and has many more keys than Homewrecker does. So we'll see if they find anything else of value back here. Another GT key. And that's all 4 GT smalls.
Okay. All right, Home finally gonna give us a look at the back.
Hook's just got to be here, right? Maybe something. Flute for the Mire area.
I was gonna say it's gotta be flute, hookshot, or ice rod. But then ice rod's just giving you something on Trinex. So.
Right, and we know Trinex can't have the hookshot.
Oh yeah, you're right. So. Flute. so ice rod here in pod, flute on Trinex, hookshot in one of the entrances in the Mire area.
Then there better be a connector because it can't be connected through the fire rod's blocked, or the hookshot blocks the fire rod, so it can't be anything behind Trinex can't lead to it, unless there's a connector to the Mire area we missed.
Oh right, man.
Yeah, I know that hook kind of sucks. So, for those just joining us, in DM Room in GT, where's both the Fire Rod
and
Bombos.
Okay. Desert Big.
Okay, that's super locked.
We haven't seen the back of Desert yet.
Yeah, that's correct, and we know it's the green pendant. And
Yeah.
we know Pedestal's dead. And I can't keep the pod key logic straight, so I don't know if that's 4 or 6 locked. I always get them backwards. Okay, that's
Eastern
something.
Big. Okay, there we go.
Is Hellway 4 key locked? He asked someone who knows way more than I do.
Yeah, I can't ever track pod key logic either. There's actually like a super easy way to figure it out, but I never know it. So
I always thought that Harmless Hellway and the Vanilla Big Key chest were 4 locked.
there we go.
And the Dark Maze was 6 locked. But then I thought someone told me I was wrong and backwards on that.
Well, Vex in chat is saying that it is 6.
The Hellway is 6 key locked.
Hellway is 6.
Thanks, I hate it.
No, you gotta hit the button home. No, 4 for the back, 6 for Vanilla Big Key, Helmet, or Maze. Ooh, there we go. There's the other sword.
Okay, so Home is not getting that Eastern Big anytime soon. Okay, chat kind of confirming. Okay, so chat's on the same page, so I'm going to trust chat. So then that Eastern Big is in logic because we have 4 of them. Or 4 accessible. Gross. Thanks, I hate it. Wait, no, it's not. Gosh darn it, because it's stupid Fire Rot, and Mothula had a Pod Small. So unless there's another Pod Small hanging out somewhere. Hook sucks.
Yeah, I think I'm very confused, but there's definitely very few places it can be. Like logically.
Oh, sorry, Vex. I guess I confused what you were saying. I thought 4 for the back meant the Hellway was in logic and okay. I'm just not going to pretend I understand. I'm just going to say Hook sucks. Is it just Spiral Cave? Is it the thing I said forever ago?
They haven't. It's been sitting there for a long time. So I'm thinking that. Okay. Because Spiral Cave is not Fire Rod locked.
No, it's just
Because
dumb.
it's just sitting in. It's just sitting in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hanging out in the brewery.
You can't.
You wish, Home.
You can't do that.
Home, you leave it behind. Leave it behind.
Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
No. Boo. Either way, on the other side, Dr. Earworm crushing Helmassar. Takes back the small crystal lead, 3-2.
I know that bonk was unintentional, but it definitely looked like a frustration bonk. Like they did the purple chest, got the map, and just, oh man, I'm gonna run into the rock. Yeah, Tyler, Home could not get to, logically could not get to Harmless Hellway. I don't think he could have even gotten it at all. He
took his one small key and beat Helmassar, and then got another small key off of Mothula and used it to access the back, but did not have enough for anything else. Dr. Earworm, just seeing where this character leads, just sits there for a moment, pondering life. Both runners have to think, what is left?
Well, we know, I mean, Home's going in the swamp now, but Home was at least heading towards Spiral. Harmless Hellway had the Eastern Big Key. pod big chest had desert big key.
Yeah, I like this play from Doc. All right, fine. Whatever logic, blah, 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 blah. This makes sense. I can just do this. Let me just do this. Knows it's required. They're going to get their 4th crystal and maybe some other leads. Homewrecker going to get some more small keys for pod out of this front of Swamp Dip, and hopefully will lead them back toward the pod area, potentially. We know at least that Homewrecker had it on their mind that Spiral Cave is still sitting there available.
Yes, we have found Eastern. We are currently in the process of defeating it. Now that we have the big key. We found it actually fairly early. Since it was just sitting in Cac. Doc should have all of his... Doc should actually have all of his crystal and pendant information.
Yeah, both of our runners.
Yeah,
both of our runners by process of elimination should have everything now. Yeah, so kind of to recap what we got going on here. Basically, we're looking for a hookshot to put a lot of the scene back into logic. We need to find Thieves Town, and we need the Ice Rod.
Yep, and that would be the go modes.
Here, we see Doc heading into Vu. Is this a check of the Spiral Cave?
I can't imagine that there is anything left.
I don't think there's anything left, like, at all. I mean, this could be Flute, which leads us to the Mire. Never mind.
What is this? Okay.
Oh, this is GT Big Chest and potentially a climb.
Yeah. I mean, there's more checks. There's more checks here than that one in Spiral, so I guess you do the density. But they should know that their hookshot can't logically be here.
Right, because
the only access to
the hookshot blocked fire,
right,
and the GT Big Key is in Ice Palace.
Yes.
Right,
it could be Ice Rod. Yeah, it could be Ice Rod.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can still find things here you want. Could be Ice Rod, 100%.
But
oh yeah, there's this entrance on the top of Hyrule Castle we couldn't see before because we didn't have cape and or sword.
yeah, to answer Beer's chat question, they have not actually found the back of Desert. They've gotten all the checks from the front of Desert. I don't think we've seen this yet.
Nope. There we go. Now we're talking.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and this has been in logic for a while too, because, well, yeah, no,
because because they, yes,
yeah, because you could have gotten the sword out of Mire. Sorry, I had to think about it because I'm like, no, the one sword's blocked by Desert Big Key, which is blocked by yada 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 yada. But no, that was just Mire keys. Yeah, no, our pod keys. This is fine. There it is.
Wow.
Okay. So that's all the chests. That's all the chests in Hookshot Cave now, too. That's a beatable swamp. That doesn't get them back to pod any sooner, unfortunately.
No. That gives them actually a lot more to do before going back to pod. Yeah, unless they go, I mean, honestly, if they go straight back to doing swamp, like they got Hookshot now, they go beat swamp. They get a couple more pod smalls. Oh, but they already did left side. Man, yeah, I don't know what takes them back to pod.
Yeah, that Eastern Big Key might be really hard last located for Homewrecker now.
And if Doc decides to finish the tower, fight Agatu by hovering Moldorm, they could conceivably mirror straight there and find their way into Thieves Town right after this.
Yeah, that's a great point, actually.
And then, yeah, we'll have to wait and see if these upcoming checks have anything for Doc, or if the climb is even necessary. Home picked up another fetch quest.
Yeah, this climb may still be super necessary. The flute could be sitting up here for Mire access. The ice rod could be sitting up here. Like, there's still a lot of potential for this play from Doc.
And I do think, if there you go, Home. Good. Funny. I was gonna say, I think. Hey, another pod small.
Nice double pod small.
I was gonna say, I think that there's a chance that if we can see, well, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I think something else came up.
Well, there's all our pod smalls. Gross.
Right. All right. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. One try and done. Okay.
All right, Homewrecker just pulling the hook shot out of Thieves Town, but in saying such, gets the crystal they need. But yeah, now really, especially with the other pod smalls locked on the GT climb, it's just going to have to really brain going back into pod for that Eastern Binky, and then it's just an ice ride hunt for them. Doc could be like, well, I climbed for these keys. Hopefully this is something.
What did they have left? Just big big key chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
Oh wow.
Okay. That's a pretty big swing.
That's legitimately significant. Like, Homewrecker is going to have to consciously make the choice to save his keys and go through the right side again.
Yeah.
To avoid the climb. That's what it's going to take.
Do they even have enough? Do they even have enough to do it?
Yeah.
And get Hellway?
Yeah, they have the two from from Swamp Palace, so they have to go through the right side and never open the entrance door.
Correct.
And then go through it again to get to the back. If they choose to open the entrance door, they have to climb.
Okay. And Doc just doing...
Yeah, Doc just needs to go through the Aga Tower entrance, and they're done.
Yeah. Now, oh man, the worry being that if before they get there, something else opens up more checks.
Yeah, a flute like on Trinex would be a nightmare.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that I think behind the climb is Lumberjack Ledge, but at this point it's moot. So.
Home going to take this hook shot and go right back into Swamp Palace. Same thing for them, though. If they pull something like... Well, they're not looking for entrances anymore. They're looking for items. They need a Binky and an Ice Rod. Little do they know. Spin, slash for Dr. Earworm. Great fight.
They're in the same dungeon. A dungeon they've already done twice, so...
Yeah, they're going to have to just play to get the rest and save the keys. And, I mean... Knowing you only have those 2 chests left, maybe. It just is a commitment to do the right side twice, which is quite the time sink. But in this scenario, is a super bailout. The big key this dungeon. Wow, that's too many French vanilla and vanilla big keys for me. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a lot this seed so far.
And here's Dr. Earworm. Looks like they're heading toward that area.
Okay, dude. Yes, so Doc's going to get there. They're going to find Thieves Town, and they're going to get their hook shot. Which will put them in go mode.
Yeah, they'll open this up, see Thieves Town, like, oh, good, fantastic. Open 2 chests and be like, done. And the race will be on.
Yeah, I don't know how fast Home gets back to pod. And does the, like you're saying, does the almost,
Yeah. Well,
really
again,
arm twisty decision about with the keys.
Yeah, anything else they find from here on out only takes them away from pod, because we know where the 2 small keys are. They find the flute, and they're just going to chase that like crazy, hoping to stumble into an item cave they forgot about. And that's go mode right there. You see Doc immediately go to the right and just rush it. I'm sure that's going to be a thank God, finally.
Oh, Home getting the poke at the same time as the arrow hit.
Yeah, nice sniper shot, though. Yeah, I think even for Homewrecker now, if they went right back to pod and did the Galaxy play, the time sink into pod is a lot, and they still have to go back to Tower of Hera and finish it. Doc kicking the block because they can.
Right, I think that was a miss hit. Ice Rod Drossi was in pod vanilla big key chest.
Yeah, with the Eastern Big just hanging out in Harmless Hellway.
Hey, are they going back to pod?
I think this is Hera.
Oh, Hera. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, Doc can just leave this area, run down across the bridge, go right back into Swamp at the bomb shop, finish it, and then run up to the Useless Ferry. I would guess we're going to see a Hera pot, and then if it's nothing, then Home's going to have to give in to the Hera basement because they're looking for items. That's kind of worked out for Doc in another way too. You just get to Thievestown and all of a sudden you're done. You just go mode it as best you can. I understand Thievestown not the easiest to go mode because of the attic and having to go to the basement, but there are checks they were able to skip. It's a dueling boss fights, dueling deaths. So that's another crystal for Homewrecker, and then crystal number 6 for Dr. Earworm. I want to give our runners another shout out real quick as we start tumbling toward the end. Dr. Earworm for the Longshots and Homewrecker for the Cowardly Dodgers. Both teams in a playoff hunt out of the pod division. So I want to say thank you to them for putting on their talents and letting us give them a restream. Also want to shout out our restreamer, Yorker's wife, for putting all the work behind to get the videos and stuff running, and to IBM Narwhal for doing all the tracking and cross keys because it's so much fun.
And give a follow to my lovely co-com here, Talon. This has been fun so far. Getting close to the end here as Doc just has to finish Swamp.
Yeah, definitely want to shout out my co-com Hawk. Thanks again for jumping in at the 11th hour to help me do this, not solo. You know what? Shout out to Homie Beer because he's a good dude.
Just throwing him out there.
Just giving them to those who deserve them.
Hey, you know what? You know what, chat? You can get a shout out, and you can get a shout out. Everybody can have a shout out.
All right, so we got these hookshot checks again. Homewrecker just looking for a couple items, thinking maybe they're here, but not so lucky. Oh yeah, Homewrecker, having not done Dark Cross, is gonna check this out. Really just pulling for strings here. Where's that flute, I wonder?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Could be relegation chest. Could be GT Big.
Yeah, no, GT Big was a piece of heart.
Oh, that's right, we did see it. Earworm did it before they started the clock. Good shout.
Only thing they didn't get out of GT was the validation. Could be behind the GT climb. Could be on Lumberjack Ledge.
Sure. Yeah, because we never found Aga Tower either.
Nope. Which is probably just sitting in the mire area.
All right, that's 7 crystals. So off we're going to run to the useless fairy drop down. Tempered Sword silvers, more hearts than any person honestly needs. He thinks he's going to be all right. Oh, home.
Well, I mean, home will do the climb, and he'll get some more pod keys.
Yeah, seeing both those pod keys just sitting there, it's going to be like, well, kind of have to, don't I mean, they'll finish the climb. Oh, get sniped by the trident going for the one-on-one.
Oh, that's true. Home does have the hook shot, so I guess we'll see if they do the climb and take it past Moldorm too.
Yeah, looking for items, I think they kind of have to. Again, what's your alternative?
Go back to pod. Just the
Well, I
correct
mean,
answer.
yeah,
No, I know.
that's a. I mean, it's got to be the flute up here somewhere, right? I don't know where else it's
Oh
hanging
god,
out
that would
except
be
Spiral Cave.
yeah.
It's
Oh well,
still a
I guess
thing.
it. Oh my god, it could have been there, and that would have made their travel so much easier.
I'm going to ask Doctor Earworm to go back into the seat and go into Spiral Cave. I need to know what's there. And biggity bam, there it is. 4 shots into the big pink. Get your GGs into chat for Dr. Earworm, who, as long as they can conquer the bridge, will be taking first place in this race.
Oh, that is true. We did
And
get a
bang.
shovel. Could have been on vanilla spot. So, yep. GG's to Doctor Earworm. Official race time finish of 2 hours and 16 minutes even. Well, maybe we'll get to see Spiral Cave on home side. It does look like they are continuing the race, so. So this is a different. This is definitely a fun race. There was, you know, like we were saying, there was some good divergence early on with Doc avoiding almost all the connectors, but home being a lot more thorough. And while there was a period or whatever where it seemed like it was paying off pretty heavily for Doc, home made a comeback, being the first to find pod and some of the other locations. I mean, heck, they even found the item that was pretty much what everybody needed to get done, the hook shot, before Doc did. Unfortunately, they just had more stuff to do and hasn't gotten all those pod keys yet. Doc in our chat. Lamp was in Swamp Big Chest, with the Swamp Big Key being in
The Diver Down room.
Diver Downer, yeah.
I'm pretty convinced that all cross key seeds, the lamp is just in the dumbest place. I just feel like it's always in a bad spot.
That definitely would have been some. I mean, that was definitely some crazy logic then to get that lamp, because that lamp was definitely hookshot locked. But I guess none of the dark connectors really mattered. They didn't really take our runners anywhere. They were all kind of busts.
Yeah, we saw several dark connectors long before we had the lamp, so unless one of them leads to the mire area, who knows? Doc, if you still have the game open, will you please go tell me what's in Spiral Cave? Because it's killing me.
Wait a minute, was Ganon the whole time?
Gross. Here's the stupid flute, then!
Then, hey, then I guess it makes sense. Well, I mean, Home's going to check
someone
this.
had said vanilla, so shovel makes sense, potentially.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh,
right there. I knew it.
Game.
I knew it.
So
I
dumb.
knew it. Okay, well, does Home... Man, he's going to activate that flute, and he's going to check my area.
He's just going to bail and just go follow that thing like crazy. It makes more sense than going back into pod for 2 terrible checks.
Oh, they're going to check flute spot first. Good thing you failed the hover. Yeah, that is true. All right, we're gonna get to see all these mire and desert area checks that we didn't get to see before. I mean, it's just like you said, Talon, that finding that flute is just going to take open up all these other options that are not where Home needs to be going.
Yeah, and they're just going to keep finding things that are just going to keep pulling them away, which is super unfortunate. I mean, it could be, find the Quake and go open up the TR entrance. It could be find the big heat of mire and go back and finish it.
God, yeah.
No matter what they find, it just compounds the damage at this point. Desert back, yep, that's another one.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you make a call like that in a race, like you go into pod, you didn't have the keys to clear it, and you say, I'm going to get these checks, and then the other ones are dead, right? Like I just have to avoid it. No, Tyler, flute was not invalidation. Flute was in Lumberjack Ledge, which was behind Agatu.
Yeah, I don't argue that at all with Home's call of, I found pod after looking for something. I have one small key and the big key. I'm just going to beat it, because what are the odds there's something else here? And then once they had a couple more keys, they're like, I'm going to go back and get as much density as possible. Like, I don't argue those calls. I feel like, you're doing the best you can with what's given in front of you. There's the Quake.
Oh, God, there's the Quake. No, don't take it. Please don't take it up to Turtle Rock. Oh,
But you're taking that calculated gamble of, okay, if it's here, I just lose, and
right.
unfortunately,
Yeah,
everything you found
yeah.
after it just pulls you away from. Once you did the climb and got the last two keys, I want to believe in Homewrecker's mind there was a thought that went off like, oh, curses, that's everything in pod. But having already done it twice, you kind of have to be like, I can't justify a third trip back there.
Right. Yeah. And Doc's not wrong in chat saying that, since there's two checks left, it's like if there's only one, it's like, okay, I can just run in and grab it. Um, but they're gonna check pyramid.
If that's got to be what that's got to be Castle Tower, doesn't it? Well, this or TR entrance. I think we've seen everything else.
Yeah, TR entrance. I was gonna say TR entrance is.
Well, did they ever open Meyer? I don't know that they did.
Yes, they did. They
Oh,
opened Meyer.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pots and balls were two in the GT climb, two in swamp, one in Mothula, one on bat, and I know he has the bat one. That was the first one he used, and he went back with the Mothula, and he's gotten the other four since. So
So this race was a call out. I see. Uh, According to our tracker, he does have all six. So he should have in the entirety of pod and logic. Well, there's back a desert, so we're gonna beat.
they'll know that the TR entrance has got to be Castle Tower, which leads to the well.
Oh, holy cow! Yeah, which is 5 checks. Why wouldn't the ice rod and the big key be there? Oh, here we go. Doc giving us. We already have the knowledge now, but giving us the spiral check that Talon asked for so long.
I was convinced there was something here after like an hour later we still hadn't seen it. Like, it's got to be something, right? Just my broken dreams, no big deal.
Okay, let's get a green pendant turn in.
Sure.
For anybody who is wondering, Home Wrecker is still missing Eastern Palace Big Key and the Ice Rod, which they are both in Palace of Darkness. One is sitting in the Vanilla Big Key chest, and the other is in the Harmless Hellway. So like the two checks in that dungeon that are 6 key locked. Good use of connectors there by Home. By process of elimination, we're pretty sure we know what this is, but okay, we were wrong. I have no idea where Castle Tower could be then. Because the game is 100% locations, correct? The logic, I mean. So it has to be accessible somehow. All right, here we go. The pod play.
Yeah, this is like the worst possible situation you could have found yourself in, especially when it comes to pod. Like, I get it. 100% I'd probably do the same thing here. Like, after doing it twice, I don't want to go back for 2 rando checks. And there you go. There's the super depressing.
All right, and that is going to put Homewrecker in go mode. Some frustration slashes there.
Relatively justified, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I would be very, very, very frustrated.
All right, a little spoiler for you. Homewrecker does go ahead and finish the scene, but we got both our runners in the comm booth now for interview. GG, guys.
Yo, GG's.
GG's.
This is the first sound I've heard in an hour. I'm really feeling really weird right now. Oh, Doc, my MSU stopped working about an hour ago.
Oh no. That's terrible.
And like 20 minutes before that, my auto tracking went down. Apparently, my FX pack is just
oh my god
held together with duct tape and glue. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you got band-aids, paper clips, and a dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around, though. GG's, everyone.
Yeah, it was as a race, it wasn't bad. Like, it was really linear in the beginning, and then you two just went on completely separate paths for a long time.
And it was, it was back and forth. Like we were saying a little bit earlier, Doc was kind of in the lead with not checking many connectors and you being a little bit more thorough. But when you found Pod first and Deepstown first, it was like, okay, Holmes kind of taking the lead here. But man, just not having enough pod smalls to get back to find those 2 like necessary items.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely rude. I got hard bamboozled by that pod.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking in the race room, like, I really think that's the difference. The fact that I found pod with 4, so I was able to get everything but the vanilla big key chest. So then when I climbed GT without the hook shot, and I was most of the way to the big chest before I realized the hook shot couldn't be there, because the fire rod was in DM room and there was a small key in Bob's chest.
Oh wow! Okay, see, I didn't climb because I was waiting for hook shot because I knew it couldn't be there.
And then I climbed with that, and then I climbed because I was like, well, shit, I'm here. Like I have to. I feel so gross about just abandoning this. And then when the only stuff in logic that I got up there was the 5 and 6 pod smalls, it was sort of an easy decision for me to jump back in for the ice rod.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, what was going to draw, home? You were able, when you did climb, I mean, you were able to go all the way through. I mean, you climbed, then you got the flute,
which was terrible. Yeah,
right.
Well, it didn't matter, I think, but at that point, it was probably the race was probably over. I think I got the flute.
Oh, true.
After 216.
Yeah,
so yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Right, it just delayed, unfortunately, the inevitable, because you did what anyone else in that situation will do. Right. Well, I had to chase it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, there's probably something in the well. I've got to find Castle Tower.
Yep.
And, of course, that was, 7 crystal locks? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only thing left.
It had to be in GT, right? That was the only thing.
Yeah, the only thing left,
I literally checked everything else.
Yeah. Funny game.
Yeah, wow. See, not too long ago, I definitely did a race where I claimed GT with no hook shot, and it super burned me. So, recency bias wins again.
Yeah, I mean, my thing was like, I'm going to climb it because there's 2 things in logic up there, and then maybe I can hover today. We'll see. And it turns out I couldn't, which
didn't matter.
Yeah, it saved you, honestly.
I mean, it would have been a much bigger problem if Castle Tower was in my area. But since Castle Tower wasn't accessible, like it would have just added 5 minutes.
Yeah, it would have saved time, but nothing else. You're right.
Yeah. All right. It is very late, and I need to run because I have class tomorrow. But thank you so much, everybody, for putting on the restream and GG's, buddy.
Yeah, GG's, man.
Yeah, just real quick. I know I think this is the first match between your guys' teams, so there's another one coming up this week, yes?
Yes. Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, yeah, good luck to both teams. I know you guys are both really in the playoff hunt, but again, we want to say thanks for letting us put on the restream and you guys putting your talents on display. Shout out our trackers and our restreamers, Drunker Wife and IBM Norwal. And yeah, I'm going to side with Doc on this one. Man, it's late and I need to get some sleep.
Well, you guys get some sleep. I'll hold down the fort until home kills the pig here in just a bit.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Apologies. Thanks for sticking around again.
No, you're good, dude.
No, man, you're good.
We're not bailing on you, no way.
Let's do it.
It was 5 minutes before Doc
I cheated and I know that you beat the pig, so I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
The pig fight was fun. That was a comedy of teleports.
Oh yeah, God! If only the seed wasn't long enough. It was. Let's have 30 teleports on phase 1 for first hit.
All right. GG's to the runners. Hawk, thanks so much for helping out. I'm going to bail. See you guys.
Yeah.
See you, Taylor.
GG's. Thanks,
Dylan. Thank you.
Bye.
See you, Doc. Surf the vibe. All right. Well, I mean, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, home, but it was still a good race. I want to thank you for sticking around.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. I mean. This is how it goes sometimes. Like I made a play and play was wrong. It's just how it happens.
Right. You it was one of those things when we were talking about it. I was like you beat Pod and you went in there the second time when you got the other key, right? And it's like in that same situation, I'd be like, well, Pod's dead. Like I'm just not going back to Pod unless I last location it because I've already done it twice. Like why do I want to come back and do these 2 super super long checks?
Yeah, I mean, like after, so the second time I go back with a key and just go around to the back and get all the stuff in the back, and I think I don't remember what I found back there. Maybe a sword and a castle tower small or something like that. But like at that point, yeah, I was like, okay, if there's anything else here in these 3 checks, like this is probably a next to last location for me.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I think you got the desert big, which took you to the desert big
Oh
chest, which
yeah.
gave you the
Mm-hmm.
sword. So yeah.
That's
So
right.
all right. Well, GG's in the chat for Home Wrecker. So yeah, the race Dr. Earworm took it for the long shots. You guys got another one. I think I saw Tyler and Late talking about it being tomorrow.
Yes, they're racing tomorrow.
Okay. But yeah, so be sure to check that out. And I want to again thanks Homewrecker for sticking around, and thank you Yorker's Wife for the restream. Thank you Niobium Narwhal for the tracking, and thanks everybody. You know, be sure to check out all the link to the Pass Randomizer League action on this channel and the Speed Gaming family of products. So I don't think I have anything else to say, but everybody have a good night.